as people believe that since the future doesn't exist, you can't study it. It's not hard. It's not tangible. It's not like physical science where you're studying atoms or organisms or things like that. And every one of these has a rebuttal. I didn't put the rebuttals on here, but the rebuttal here is, believe it or not, did you ever notice that the past doesn't exist either? We study a lot about that. So we're using our imagination. We have data about the past that we don't have about the future, but still a lot of it is imaginative and knowing and getting a feel for what the past was like. It's unpredictable. Yes, it is unpredictable. Again, we want to use physical science as kind of the gold standard. It's not physical science, it's social science. And social science is you dealing with humans that are inherently unpredictable, and groups of humans even more unpredictable in some ways. So we have the techniques for dealing with that. That's a scenario, that's assumption, challenging assumptions, thinking of alternatives, and all of those things. This third element was basically the response of the teachers who first started teaching in Istanbul at Gen Collegi. I did a training with them, and then they launched into teaching their 5th and 9th graders the first semester. The people running the course did a survey after the course and said, what did you think? They asked students and teachers. Students loved it. They said, we got a chance to talk about real things. This was engaging, all of this kind of thing. Teachers didn't like it. And I will take responsibility for the fact that I did not tell them that this is not teaching as they're thinking of it. This is not answer giving. This is joint investigation. You know more about investigating and thinking and gathering data and drawing conclusions than the students do, but it's not something you can tell them the answers. And once they got that, now they're much happier. Oh, so this is like a journey. This is like something we're going on. They don't know how. Yes, they don't. And that's what we're trying to create. And the curriculum is already too crowded. That came up this morning saying, we don't want this to be just one more thing. And I point out that it's not one more thing. It's teaching the same stuff in a slightly different way. You're not adding anything. You want to teach critical thinking, talk about scenarios. You want to teach communication, talk about writing scenarios. If you want to teach cause-effect relationships, look at trends and their consequences and things like that. You want these things to be taught. Very few teachers actually teach them. They're not in the state standards, unfortunately. But it's changing the way, but not changing the time. You can teach it in exactly the same time that you did. It's not like another subject, like I'm adding calculus or I'm adding biology to the curriculum. It's a subject that can use for teaching the other things that are going on. So with that, I really appreciate the time to talk to you folks about this. I'll be